Hello, everybody. So, today is the day that all of us may be relieved because apparently, in a deep humor video that he recently uploaded, guess what? We may not get the actual age verification law that was gonna ruin the internet forever. So basically, Deep Humor uploaded recently a video saying that the age verification law is gonna get banned. Well, that's at least what he titled it. Like, no joke. Right here, you can actually see it. And basically, to anybody who doesn't believe me about this, I'm gonna mostly show, um, mostly, the clip of his video. And to Deep Humor, hopefully you don't mind me showing most of the clip from your video, but I'm just gonna do it just to inform everybody as to what's going on. So to everybody watching this video, look at what I'm gonna show you right now.
It's not all doom and gloom when it comes to AI age verification. Across the United States, a lot of judges have actually been blocking social media age verification laws that are being proposed. The latest being Louisiana, where they were actually trying to do a social media age verification law just like Australia. The law was actually just about to go through, but there was a ruling that came just days before the law, which basically said, nah, this is stupid, this violates the Constitution. The law would have required social media platforms to verify ages of their users, and the law was known as a Secure Online Child Interaction and Age Limitation Law. Can you think of a shorter name? Holy shit. This was passed 2 years ago and it was set to be implemented, like we said, in a few days, but now the law has been overruled, with Judge John D. DeGravels basically stating that the law's age verification and parental consent requirements are both over and under inclusive, and that its definition of a social media platform was nebulous. I mean, they put Reddit as a social media platform, which I guess technically by definition it is, but like we've said in other videos, I don't really consider it traditional social media. And there is a lobbying group called NetChoice that has actually been going through and trying to lobby against these age verification laws, and it seems like they've been doing some really good work across the United States. They've been challenging a growing number of age verification laws around the world, and they actually have an official website where they talk about it too. The group actually made an official statement after the ruling stating that the massive privacy risk posed by the Louisiana law and others like it, Louisiana's law would have done more than chill speech. The co-director of NetChoice's litigation center said it would have created a massive privacy risk for citizens of Louisiana, like those playing out in real time in countries without a First Amendment like the UK. I mean, in the UK, everything goes. If you guys haven't seen my last video, the UK is literally trying to do chat control, and they're going to go ahead and scan your messages and see if there's any nudes in there. If there are nudes in your iMessage or your Android or whatever, they want to do age verification for that. But yeah, it hasn't just been Louisiana. Over the last like 5 or 6 months, a lot of other states have been getting social media age verification laws declared unconstitutional, one being Arkansas. A federal judge declared an Arkansas law requiring age verification to create new social media accounts unconstitutional and permanently blocked the law. Apparently, this law in 2023, Act 689, was the first of its kind in the United States, and it was a priority for this fucking dummy over here, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, in her first year of office. It required social media platforms to verify the age of all account holders in Arkansas. Those under 18 could only access sites with parental permission, and I'm sure it would have either already or been eventually mandated by age verification through some sort of a facial ID scan or ID verification, something like that. And obviously, the judge, who seems like a smart guy, said that it would violate the First Amendment rights of the citizens of Arkansas because it is a content-based restriction on speech that is not narrowly tailored to serve a compelling government interest. The law would violate the due process rights of plaintiffs. And NetChoice was also behind this as well. They basically were getting involved in this and lobbying against this law as well. And they had actually filed a lawsuit against the state in 2023, way before this whole age verification thing started going mainstream. So shout out to them. It seems like they have been fighting the good fight for years now. And the court's ruling confirms NetChoice's argument that restricting access to protected speech violates the First Amendment. The group's litigation director said in a statement, statement, this ruling protects Americans from having to hand over IDs or biometric data just to access constitutionally protected speech online. I'm glad he worded it like that because, yeah, that's what it seems like nowadays. You just pretty much have to hand over an ID to use the internet in general or social media nowadays. It reaffirms that parents, not politicians or bureaucrats, should decide what's appropriate for their children. Exactly. Why don't parents want to do their job? It is so fucking irritating to see all these parents supporting these age verification laws. Parents would rather hand over their kids' ID and risk their own fucking safety of their children just so they don't have to do their job as parents. It makes no sense. But for fucking Sanders, it wasn't enough because she called for lawmakers to amend Act 689 during her January State of the State address so that it's no longer held up in court and can begin to be enforced. So she wants this fucking age verification thing to go through no matter what, and she's gonna fight tooth and nail to make sure that she is able to take away the fucking privacy and the safety of everybody living in that fucking state, man. It's just crazy, man. The judge had a 41-page opinion on this whole thing, saying that NetChoice's motion for summary judgment was granted and declared that NetChoice members and their users will suffer irreparable harm if Act 689 takes effect because it abridges the First Amendment rights of Arkansans who use social media and contain terms too vague to be reasonably understood. Exactly. All these social media fucking age verification laws are always saying we need to keep the kids away from harmful content. Well, what is harmful content? Violent video games? Swearing? I mean, that thing is so vague in terms of what is harmful content. So instead, what they just do is, you know what? You can't use this social media platform at all without verifying your age. It's such stupid reasoning, man. They even state that the court does not doubt the reality, well supported by the record, that unfettered social media access can and does harm minors, but the state does not, however, have a free-floating power to restrict the ideas to which children may be exposed. The law is maximally burdensome on both the social media platforms and the users it targets. Why can't the fucking parents just do their jobs, man? Like he said, nobody is saying that social media access that is unrestricted for kids won't harm them. Yeah, that could be harmful. But what the fuck is the point of a parent and guardian then if they're not going to monitor what their kids do? He said it a lot more eloquently than I do. I'm just fucking swearing like an idiot. But he says it erects barriers to accessing entire social media platforms rather than placing those barriers around the content or functions that raise concern. It not only hinders adults' ability to speak and receive protected speech online, it excludes minors whose parents do not consent or cannot provide their consent from accessing forums on the internet. This whole thing is just so, it's like such a face palming moment. Like we all say in all these age verification videos that we make, man. I mean, it just comes down to fucking parents just doing their jobs. The reason why every single one of my videos sounds the same, because it's such an open and shut case in terms of what should be done in terms of age verification. There shouldn't be age verification because it is going to destroy the privacy of everybody that participates in it. Another state where social media age verification laws got blocked is Georgia, and they're also making the same points about it having free speech concerns. And just like the other ones, NetChoice was also the ones challenging this law, trying to lobby against it and trying to get judges to take action against it. The judge who was in this case was basically stating that finding the law restricts the rights of minors, chills the right to anonymous speech online, and restricts the ability of people to receive speech from social media platforms. Georgia is apparently appealing, and it is now months later. I'm not sure how that went, but shout out to NetChoice for doing all this good work, man. And like I said, it seems like their hearts are in the right place. And it's just sad that there even has to be an activism group that is going ahead and making sure that fucking states and countries don't take away our rights away in terms of privacy.
So yeah, we're gonna get the good old internet we always knew and we always loved. So this basically means that we're just gonna get like our good old like internet like we always known it like before, because if anybody remembers how YouTube always worked, like it's supposed to, like always, like for example, if you came across an age restricted video, it would literally just show you, okay? It would literally just show you that you had to like verify your age, okay? But since we're getting the old YouTube back, everybody knows how the old YouTube used to work. It would just show the little black box with the white text saying, hey, are you 18? or not to watch this video, and if you pressed the yes I am, it would just like believe you right away. And honestly, I even once experienced that if you were to put your birth date as your actual age, and it was something that may have confirmed you to be like under the age of something else, you know what? It will just tell you, hey, sorry, but you you are confirmed to be like 10 or 12 years old, but thankfully I am 23 now, so I'm all good. Because by next year I'm gonna be 24, so your good old pal Samuel J. Young is old enough to do whatever. But there's only one thing I have to say to you all. If you are in fact like a minor or kid watching this, you may want to be careful as to what you're gonna do. Because how can I say this? Oh, because there is gonna be like a problem though. You may want to like be careful as to what you do when this whole age verification thing doesn't go through. Please do not put some fake birth date of yours, because if YouTube ends up detecting that you are not in fact an adult watching this but a kid just pretending to be an adult, please don't do that, because otherwise this could cause some trouble for those that may get in trouble with the internet. Because yeah, we all know that kids and minors may pretend to be adults, but at the same time that could be bad, like real bad. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and please make sure to put in your real birth date, because otherwise it would be like committing fraud. So other than that, this is Samuel Young, and I am out. Yeah. So let's see what happens.